first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you very much for joining us here today. We do appreciate it. We are live streaming out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, but more importantly, what you see there on the screen is what we are talking about right now, the Fox 12 Hunger Free Project Day of Giving. This is an emergency day of giving to help out the Oregon Food Bank. We're raising money for that. As of right now, it looks like we are, for the day, over $45,000 raised to help people out to give that Oregon Food Bank, who's then distributing this food to pantries all over the place for those people who need it, which is so very important right now. We've been checking in. I mean, we've got this going on all over the place, but we've been checking in with Spencer Schott here throughout the afternoon, who is out in Tillamook for one of the Oregon Food Bank locations where food is brought in and then distributed out from there, from what I understand. And Spencer, you know, it's great to see you. And as people are donating, you know, it's nice to see too, just physically what that money can do, what those donations can do that people are bringing in to actually get food to people and to places like where you're at.
Definitely, Greg. And like you mentioned, the Oregon Food Bank helps out folks all across the state. But today we are here in Tillamook talking with the regional manager, Julia Wenzel, we've been seeing a lot of fun donations come in throughout the day because they see us on air and they want to help out as well. But tell us about some of the community partnerships that the Oregon Food Bank has with folks out here on the coast near Tillamook.
Yeah, it's been a busy day. We've seen a lot of different donations coming in the door, which is really exciting, and we just really wouldn't be anywhere without our incredible community partnerships. This morning we had a donation from the Tillamook Anglers. They are culling hatchery fish that are heading up the river, and they were able to work with ODA and our local health department to come up with a way to safely get those fish filleted and frozen and brought over to us so that we can distribute that amazing fresh local protein out to families in need. We also had some frozen meat donations coming in from some local businesses that, again, that protein can be really hard for us to purchase and to source. And so having those healthy options come in from our local partners is just really amazing, especially because things like that, you know, have some higher food safety considerations that we have to be careful of. Safety, of course, is our #1 priority here. And so working with those businesses who can really meet that high standard of processing and the regulations that we do have to enforce really helps us fill those gaps, because unfortunately we can't just have, you know, our local fishermen bringing in whatever they happen to catch in the river today. That unfortunately doesn't live up to our food safety requirements. So finding ways to fill those gaps with our local partners is really important.
Yeah, the partnership part is the big highlight there. You can't just bring in your game, bring in a cow or a deer or a pig or whatnot. It does have to go through, like you said, the USDA certified butchers.
That's right.
But they are still accepting other donations. So even though you can't bring in your catch of the day, we are trying to catch some cash here.
That's
so
right.
We have had some cash donations as well from local neighbors. How did that feel when they knocked on the door, said, "We saw you on TV, we wanted to help"?
It's just a great feeling. It means people are really paying attention and understand the urgency of the situation. You know, we are already in a moment of pretty severe food insecurity here in Tillamook. And then with the freeze to SNAP benefits, we've just seen the needs skyrocket, and really the fear and panic that families are feeling. And to see that our neighbors are really stepping up to fill that gap in the meantime is just very moving.
And so tell us about those numbers. How many people are reliant on SNAP out here in Tillamook, and what have you noticed over the years from the number of families that were coming by the food pantries last year versus what we've seen last week?
Yeah, we've in Tillamook County, we have about 15% of our population receiving SNAP benefits. And so, of course, that's a pretty tremendous impact on how many folks just don't have that buying power this week that they were relying on a week ago. It also has a huge impact on our local economy. SNAP dollars bring about $500,000 into Tillamook County alone every month. So that's just a big change to what our local economy is looking like, and creates a lot of stress and uncertainty for everyone involved. In the meantime, you know, with the increase in food prices that we've all been experiencing at the grocery stores, we're seeing families really struggling to get by, and more of them relying on our food pantries. So compared to, you know, pre-pandemic years, we're seeing about twice as many families across the state of Oregon relying on food pantries for assistance. And then in the last couple of weeks, with the announcement of the freeze and SNAP benefits, we've seen a 30 to 50% increase on top of that visiting our pantries so that people can get stocked up and prepared for this lapse in benefits.
And like you said, the food bank is not necessarily supposed to be the catch-all. It's not supposed to be the safety net underneath all these families. So how are you trying to keep up with this increase of demand?
Trying, I think, is the key word. We're doing our best, but SNAP is just much more efficient at getting food out to people. For every one meal we can provide for a family, SNAP provides 9. I mean, that's a pretty big difference. And we really are designed to work together to support families. And when one piece is missing, so much more strain is added to the other pieces involved. And so we're seeing our local pantries being stretched to capacity, but having this additional support come pouring in this moment is really helping us move quickly, pivot, make some new decisions on how we can get food out the door and make sure that people are taken care of in this moment.
And having that food come in and having that food be donated is great, but dollars go a little bit farther with how you're able to buy in bulk. So there is that QR code on your screen. So if you have the ability to donate, we would greatly appreciate it. All the money will go to the Oregon Food Bank. Help out folks like Julia, make sure that they are helping their community and helping your neighbors here in Oregon. So we'll keep that QR code up all day. I believe it's going on through the evening shows late into the night. So if you can't donate now, talk to some friends, talk to some family, see who can, and let's see if we can help out some Oregonians today. So with that, Greg, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Spencer and Julia. Really appreciate that. We'll let you get back to it out there. And as that food is coming in, you know, that is one of the most important things there. So as Spencer mentioned, we'll let them get back to it. As Spencer mentioned, and as Julia was talking about, saying, you know, about around 15% of the community where she's at is relying on some form of SNAP benefits, and they're not getting those. So you think about that, 15% of the people, that's just there, that may apply to where you are as well. So this money really does go to help provide food for people. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about. So this is what the Day of Giving is for. That's what that QR code is for. They're on your screen. You can just hover your phone over that, and you can make a donation, or as Spencer said, you know, feel free to share this with other people as well. If you need to take a screen cap of it and send it to somebody to make it easier, whatever you got to do, just let people know about it. And this was, you know, to help other people that in your area, in your neighborhood who need it right now. All right, we'll be continuing throughout the day with that. We've got more coming up. This is Fox 12 Now. We're live streaming here. If you're watching on our apps, that's the best way to do so. I'd recommend doing that. If you're not, that's fine too. Thanks for finding us. But downloading the apps is a great way. If you're not watching on the apps, you're going to see a pause and the end of this video, say if you're on YouTube. So you'll see that happen. But we've got lots more here that we are covering, including coming up just shortly, we're going to be talking about AI scams, in particular how scammers are using AI to impersonate doctors and things like that. And think about people in your life who maybe could fall victim to that. And honestly, it could be a lot of people. So we'll let you know about that, what's going on, and how to avoid that. That's going to be in about 15 minutes or so if you're watching live. But for those of you on YouTube, I will talk to you later. For those on the app, we're just going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back with you. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.